if you remember, we were watching some videos and we were trying to understand one weakness, one strength, and then one suggestion. Some students came here and they had their performances, they had their speech. She didn't have enough eye contact with the audience, so number one. The other students said, teacher, PPT was great. She had images, the font was readable, the color, the size, everything was perfect. I said, okay, this is another idea. And one student stood up and said, I think everything was great, but only if she focuses more on preparation. I said, why? Because she was reading it all the time. She shouldn't be reading, she should be presenting, right? So, when we are here talking about commentary and evaluation, you change your role from a student to a critique. You are criticizing, you are evaluating. Are you ready today as well? Yes? So, when the students have their performances, and I ask you to evaluate and to give a score, you stand up. You don't say, oh, Wabujida, Wabudon, you stand up. And you say, oh, teacher, I think the PPT was good, or I couldn't read the vocabulary, I think eye contact was not enough, I think she was too fast, I think she was too slow, I think pronunciation was poor, the quality of presentation was poor, she needs to work harder. About how to choose a topic. Brainstorming technique. What is brainstorming in Chinese? Yes. This book is trying to say that if you have problem in choosing what topic, there are three strategies. What is number one? Personal inventory. What is inventory? It is the list of everything that comes to the mind about you, about who am I, is about you. This is you, your roles, your hobbies, your experiences, very good. Yes, your fears, your dreams, goals, you mean goals? And everything about you, your family, you had. This is called personal inventory, right? The second one is clustering. Clustering is like a mind map. Read it please here. Create a mind map, starting from one central idea, and then we branch it out to some related ideas. We have one main, one big, one most important, one central. Should I talk about people, one person? Should I talk about Shakespeare? Should I talk about Francis Bacon? Should I talk about the king, the queen, one of the emperors in China? So one category is people. Talk about problems, social problems, and then what is the social problem? Poverty. Poverty is a social problem. Then we start thinking about how we can bring some solutions to poverty. The other one is pollution, about society and social issues, or maybe we talk about students' psychological problems. Some students came to me and they talk about the problem they have in the dormitory, and I said, what is it? And she said, I'm very far from my family and I am depressed because I cannot find friends. Nobody talks to me. One student can come here and she can talk about the psychological problems, psychological issues that the students might have at Jisoo in the dormitory. This way you are helping everyone. This way you are informing, giving information. This is something useful. And if you ask me, teacher, what is your idea? What is the best topic? I would say something about psychology, psychological issues, something about social issues, or something about literary and the aesthetics actually concerns, right? Something, as I already said, about poets, poetry, poem, something related to literature, even short stories, even novels. So far, only some poets were selected. So far, only you were talking about Levi, only you were talking about Suchet or Dufour. But we have a lot of poets, we have a lot of literary figures, and enough. We are here in English Village. Your major is English. I want you to compare Shakespeare from English with somebody from China. Okay? Try to find what period was Shakespeare living in England, and now who can I find in Chinese literature. Everything we do in life, we have a purpose. If I go to the kitchen, I have a purpose. I'm hungry, I want to cook something. You should persuade them to feel in a certain way that you want. Now I talked about slavery. How was my talk? How are you feeling now? Are you happy? So I, as the speaker, I changed your mood. I changed your feeling. Did I? With the content and with the kind of delivery. What kind of delivery? What about the person? Is it a show? Is she reading from a book or something? Guiding you to a particular path. Yes, this is about slavery. This is history. History has a lot to offer, has a lot to teach. Insights. What is the topic? Very good. When a student said, and teacher, I want to talk about daily exercise habit, right? And the general purpose is to persuade. The specific purpose is to persuade the audience to adopt a daily exercise routine to improve physical health and mental activity. Thank you. A table of contents. A table of contents. This is called preview. Some students come for their speeches and their performance and they forget that they should tell us first, second, third. First, I'm going to talk about this. What is number 1? Introduction to speech. What is number 2? The general purpose. 3, the specific purpose. 4, rules for writing is trying the specific purpose. 5, critical tips for a specific and the summary. This is actually the review. Introduction to speech purpose, as you see.